onto our women's uneven bars final next. As you can see, they've already begun warming up. Like on the other apparatus, they will get a quick warm up. On the bars, that's just one touch. Choosing some select skills that will get them in the right headspace for their routines. See the coaches adjusting the tension on the side of the bars there. Some gymnasts preferring the bars to feel quite rigid, while some preferring the bars to feel quite bouncy. This is personal preference. There is actually now an electronic device that helps to give you a really precise number for that tension. So you see coaches there just now checking it. A really helpful feature added in by Spieth, who is the equipment supplier here. I must say, as a gymnast, I did like Spieth apparatus. Great Britain's Tegan Trafford warming up now. Coach is able to use extra mats for the warm-up turns.
Zmagovalka kvalifikacij na dvovišinski pragi, slovenska reprezentantka Lucija Hribar s 13,466 desetinke točke. Na drugem mestu je bila Tegan Trafford, velika Britanka.
Here is the start list for the uneven bar final here at the FIG World Challenge Cup in Koper, Slovenia.
33 desetinke točke. Koper bo nastopila Koper, velika Britanija, sedma je bila kvalifikacija za oceno.
We saw her pick up a bronze medal earlier on the vault. And first to compete here on the uneven bars, representing Great Britain, it's Abigail Roper. Starts with the Maloney up to the high bar, back down with the shoot half, and back up with the Mo shoot. Nicely done. Line turned into her release element, the Jaeger in the straddle position, nicely caught. Showing good handstand positions. And the full turn into the 1.5 twist dismount. Simple but very secure and clean routine from Abby there. And a very happy coach. She scored 11.933 in qualifications, which put her into 7th place. She was 3rd on bars at the 2024 English Championships. In case you're new to the sport, most gymnasts just opting for water in their spray bottles, and a little bit of extra dampness sometimes improves the grip. Slightly off handstand there as she landed on the high bar. Judges looking for a really precise line in that handstand every time, like that one. Into the Jaeger, nice shape in the air, caught with straight arms. Again, lovely through those upstart handstand positions. And into that 1.5 twist dismount, spots the ground nicely. Two finals for Abby here today and 2 clean performances. And it's 12.066, so slightly higher than her qualification and the score to beat in this final. Next to compete, representing Brazil, it's Gabriela Lucas, just 16 years of age. Full pirouette at the beginning, perhaps aiming to join those together, but wasn't in the right position. But does manage to connect those two elements from high to low, back down to the low bar. And there's that half turn back up to the high bar. Catches her release. And the double front dismount, a step back. Difficult routine there from the young gymnast, and a very proud coach. Smiles all around from Gabriela. She was second on the bars at last year's Brazilian Junior Championships. She qualified in 4th position into this final. So let's see if she can break into the medals today. So the toe on with the full pirouette. As I mentioned, perhaps aiming to join that, but it wouldn't be a deduction. She just wouldn't get a bonus for joining it. The Maloney up to the high bar, caught nicely, straight back down into the pack, receiving a bonus there. Good handstand positions in her casts. The blind pirouette into that under grip position, winding up into the Jaeger, really good height, slightly bent arms on the catch. The judges probably would have deducted a little bit for that. And that handstand there was a bit flatter than she would have liked. And slightly wide knees on the dismount, but a really great routine, good difficulty. And she's pleased with it. 12.166, just 0.1 higher than Abigail before her. Puts her into the top spot. Next to compete, representing Turkey, Elayda Sahin. Lovely opening combination. Showing good rhythm so far. And good in the release, few hand adjustments, but caught nicely. Full turning giant into the simple back away dismount. Perhaps watered down difficulty. She may have an injury. Don't know, but a really nice routine, and the skills she did show were really good, and obviously enough to get her into this final. She was first on the uneven bars at the 2024 Turkish Team Championships. She qualified into this final in 6th place. Here was that opening sequence. Maloney caught on a nice stretch, straight into that pack. Good leg form. She's got a lovely toe point. Top turn, back up to the high bar with the Mo shoot. Here was her release and catch. A hard one to catch completely square, so she just had to make a few adjustments. And the full pirouette. And then just into a simple back away with a tiny step on the landing. 12.133 puts her into second. When you've got a watered down routine, you can only expect a certain score. She looks pleased with that. She's done the job that she came to do. Next to compete, representing Great Britain, it's Tegan Trafford. Clear hip into the toe fall, immediately into the Maloney. Back down to the pack. Back up with the Van Leeuwen. Working well. Blind. Into Pike Jaeger, just a little too far. What a shame. She was really working well till that point. Just had the dismount to go. No wonder she was so frustrated. She was so close to the end there. She was third on bars at the 2025 English Championship, and she qualified into this final in second, so she knew what potential she had, which again shows why she was so disappointed. But she's just 16 years of age, hasn't had much senior international experience, so to qualify for this final, a good achievement in itself. Good work. That first half of the routine was really impressive. Great rhythm in these connections. Little loss of leg form there, but brings those feet back together quickly. Here was that Pike Jaeger, oh, just on fingertips. We're talking centimetres. You can see the coach knew just how close it was. And a good dismount. Gymnasts earning a bonus if their dismount is of a D or above. 11.533 for Tegan. And that completes our first half of competitors. And the current standings: in first place is Gabrielle Bucas of Brazil. 12.166 from her. That will be the score to beat for our next 4 competitors. There are our current results as well as our start list for our second half. Kicking things off will be Gabriela Rodrigues Barbosa from Brazil. Her teammate, of course, also Gabriela, is currently in first place. Here we go, first up in this second half, representing Brazil, Gabriela Rodrigues Barbosa. She qualified in 5th place with 12.4. That score at the moment, though, is high enough to get into the medals. Starts with the Taiwan with the full turn into the Maloney. Couple of leg separations, but working with good flow. Back up to the high bar with the Van Leeuwen. Into the Jaeger, catches nicely. Oh, a great routine there with a stuck dismount. I always think a stuck dismount ends a routine really nicely and leaves a good taste in the judge's mouth. So that will definitely be a score to watch. Just 17 years old. She was first all-around and third on the uneven bars at the South American Championships. And she was 5th all-around at the 2024 Senior Pan American Championships. Brazil really doing well in the gymnastics world at the moment, led by, of course, Rebeca Andrade with her incredible Olympic results. Really showing these young Brazilian gymnasts what they can do in their future. Good work here from Gabriela. Nice toe point throughout. Here was her straddled Jaeger. Tiniest flicker from the feet there, but caught really nicely. Half turn, finishing slightly off handstand. And that stole into the tuck front dismount and that stuck landing. And a big smile after a great routine. And it's enough to put her in the top position, 12.266. Three gymnasts to go. Next up, representing Turkey, it's Zeynep Kurtuluş. Toe full, loses a bit of control there. Perhaps was also aiming for that connection that we've seen from some of the other gymnasts, but chooses to play it safe. Good decision, I think. Another big leg separation, but catches on straight arms. Into the Kachev. Some of these handstands not quite on top of the bar. Straddled Jaeger, and similar to what we saw from Tegan, just on fingertips, not quite enough of her handguard or hand was over the bar to hold on. Handguards that the gymnasts wear have a dowel rod in them. If that dowel rod isn't over the bar, then it's quite dangerous, in fact, to actually try to hold on. Just a dismount to go, a double tuck, really clean. Unfortunate error there. Again, as I mentioned, similar to Great Britain's Tegan, just centimetres away. She was first on the uneven bars at the 2024 Turkish Championships. Opting to wear socks, which is interesting. Not a deduction, but just unusual. We don't see that very often. And I would have thought in some of the elements where you put your feet on the bar, maybe a bit slippy, but obviously Zeynep doesn't think so. Maybe she just likes to keep her feet warm. Here was that Jaeger, and look how close it was. But as I mentioned, that dowel rod in the handguard didn't look like it was quite over the bar. If you're on a massive stretch, but you have got the dowel rod over, then you can usually hold on to it. Finishes the routine with a double back somersault. Fairly simple dismount. Won't get the dismount bonus for being a D or above in difficulty, but well performed, and it's a 10.866, putting her into 6th place. Next to compete is Slovenia's Lucia Hribar.
Lucia Hribar, Slovenia.
Showing that really difficult eagle position with the hands. Hopefully we see that in slow-mo so you can take that in, because that's really difficult. Great height in these releasing catches. And the nice transition into the pack salto. So disappointing. She was swinging so well just then. You've got to go for those handstand positions, but sometimes with that added adrenaline, it can send you over the top like it did just then. Controls the handstand this time. Up to the high bar with the Maloney. Straight back down beautifully in that shoot half. Back up with the Mo shoot. Full pirouette. And into the double tuck. Beautifully stuck dismount. What a shame about that fall. She was our top qualifier, and the beginning of that routine was so impressive. She's an Olympian, competed at the Paris 2024 Olympics last year. She was second on the bars earlier this year in Doha at the World Cup, and she was actually the winner on the bars last year here at the Koper World Cup. A shame she couldn't retain her title from last year, but look at that eagle grip. So difficult. And that height in that Jaeger catches on perfectly straight arms. Textbook work at the beginning of this routine, and that toe point is stunning. Again, a huge release. Catches on perfectly straight arms once again. Straight into the pack. Those legs are glued together. And unfortunately, this is where that error came in. Just overcooked it here, going for those perfect handstands. Couldn't quite save it. We are hearing a cheer from the audience, and obviously this is her home crowd, so maybe, just maybe, the difficulty and the rest of the routine being so well performed has given her a good enough score for a medal. Let's see. Came off with a huge smile, and it's enough for first place. That just shows the quality of the rest of her work, that fall, although costly, wasn't costly enough when you've got such great quality of work. So she's in the top spot at the moment, and just one gymnast could change that, and that is Croatia's Sara Sudkekic. Stoled up, height catch of there, straight out the bat with a mistake, unfortunately. She needs to now collect her thoughts. and see if she can minimise errors in the rest of the routine. So as we've just seen, a fall doesn't mean you're out of the medals, especially when there has been previous mistakes from other competitors. So let's see how Sada gets on. Really nice handstand shape, holding it for a second there. There we go, catches the bar nicely this time. Great in the pack salto, lots of amplitude in her work. Van Leeuwen up to the high bar, nice form. Really beautiful toe point and leg form. Blind, front giant. Gymnast having to show that second grip, so that ticks the box there for her. And a simple dismount. That was a shame about that opening error, as the rest of the routine was really clean. She qualified in 3rd place. But the scores have been a bit lower in this final, so it'll be interesting to see where she does end up. She's had World Cup medals before. She was 2nd in 2024 in Osijek and 3rd in 2023 in Mersin. As I mentioned, an error, but the rest of the routine was good, but a simple dismount, so I will be interested to see the score. Such great height on that release and catch. Has to control it into the upstart there, does a good job. Gets that handstand right on the top of the bar. Got hyperextended knees, which looks lovely. Simple dismount, but would have lost no points because she stuck it. And there's the score. It's 11.3 for Sara Silakic. Puts her into 7th place. Here are the results of our uneven bar final here in Koper, Slovenia. In 1st place from Slovenia, Lucia Ribar. In 2nd place from Brazil, Gabriela Rodrigues Barbosa. And in 3rd place, Gabriela Bucas, also from Brazil.
Svečana razglasitev rezultatov najboljši deklet na dvovišinski branki.
We welcome back our gymnasts for our uneven bars medal ceremony.
Svečana razglasitev rezultatov najboljših deklet na dvovišinski branki. Award ceremony for uneven bar. Medalje in priznanja bo podelila tehnična delegatka Svetovne gimnastične federacije gospa Helena Lario. The medals will be awarded by the technical delegate of FIG, Ms. Helena Lario. Tretje mesto, third place, Gabriela Bogas, Brasilia.
In third place, representing Brazil, Gabriela Bucas. Just 16 years of age. Undoubtedly a bright future ahead of her. Brazil just going from strength to strength in the world of gymnastics. And in second place, her teammate from Brazil, Gabriela Rodrigues Barbosa. Definitely two gymnasts to look out for this next Olympic cycle. And in first place, from Slovenia, Lucia Hribar.
V čast zmagovalke bomo slišali himno Republike Slovenije. The honor of the winner of the national anthem of Slovenia.
Our uneven bars medalists here in Koper, Slovenia. In third place, Gabriela Bucas. In second place, Gabriela Rodrigues Barbosa. And in first place, representing Slovenia, Lucia Hribar. Both apparatus in our women's finals here today have been won by Slovenian gymnasts, so a great day to be a fan in the audience. They have not disappointed. A great photo opportunity there with the mascot.